So if there's a theme that connects both the gospel and that first reading, it really has the gift of choices that we make. And of course, Lent is always a time to kind of take a look at the different choices we make and how quickly it can be that what's placed before us is both, as Jesus says, as the Deuteronomy, life and death. You have blessings and curses. We go through life, we make choices. And of course, the scriptures are trying to say, choose the good, choose the right. That's kind of the difference between us and the rest of creation, is that we get those choices. I don't think Cece my dog decides whether she's going to do a good thing or a bad thing. That's something uniquely to us. And then that's why with that comes along this idea that choose the good. And I think every parent works so hard to get their children to understand that, right? Choose the good things in life, because we know that you don't choose the good things, it makes life a lot harder for all of us, for you, for the people who make the choices, and those around them. And so connecting that with the gospel, what my own reflection was that how quickly it can be once we've made some bad choices, or we just are not choosing the good, we're not attentive to whether, and reflecting on that we can lose our way. And I think maybe most of us have had that experience where we wonder, what happened? How did I get here? What happened to this? And I think that Jesus is talking about this. You can gain the whole world and lose yourself in the process. And maybe we've had that experience where the choices we've made have put us into a place, didn't pay attention to it, and then wondered, how did I get here? Why am I here? And I think that the difficult thing for all of us is how we can lose ourselves. We lose the things that were really important to us. And I think that I was taking a look at how the choices we make, especially where we can be even successful, let's say, but at a cost. And sometimes it's in our relationships. We lose ourselves in relationships, or we lose ourselves in our career, or in an addiction, or some vicious thing that drives us, that we forget wait, that's not who I am. That's not what I stand for. That's not what I want in my life. And yet we can be in that place. And that's the challenge. And maybe the world and everyone else might say, well, that's so successful. And it's like, yeah, you're right. Probably in the worldly standards, but it's not true to who I am. And I think that the faith and certainly Christ is, don't forfeit who you are and who God made you to be. That's key. And coming to discover that in ourselves, right? And coming to see that, I think ultimately living in that kind of harmony with who we are and who God is for us is the goal for all of us. And Lent is a time to reset that. To kind of say, wait a second, what kind of person do I want to be? What kind of choices should I make? What kind of people do I want to be around me, or to have around me, or in my family, that who we're going to be and what we're going to stand for. So that's a challenge, I think, as we begin Lent. So reading the God that the church has us to reflect on is, look, you can gain the whole world and lose or forfeit yourself in the process. And that price for us, I think we believe, is too high, because who you are and who God made you is the most important thing that we all should consider as we discover what life is all about for us.